Well, howdy there, folks, and welcome back to Divide et Impera, the Maurya campaign. It's been a bit. Maybe it's been probably a few weeks since I last recorded. I've been dealing with court stuff with my family, and it hasn't been too fun. And then I went on vacation, and I'm feeling better. I got a lot of good stuff going for me there. So I've just been kind of perusing this map and trying to remember what I was doing exactly. You know, I could go back and watch the old videos, but that's no fun. I remember that I was dealing with Baktria, and I was very close to putting this war to bed. Maybe even next turn? I could probably do this next turn. I'm just thinking about the garrison they have here. 11 hoplites is a lot. 5 archers, is a lot. The cavalry is a non-factor. A phalangite plus a Yavanna guard is challenging, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horsemen are really just going to get in each other's way. The ballista is useless. I mean, realistically, if we take these out, there's 13 of these, and we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cavalry and this ballista. We drop that down to maybe like an effective 7 units. This is like 25. If we kind of consider that the elephants aren't super useful in this situation, that takes a lot of our teeth out. And then we consider that none of our melee units will really be able to beat hoplites from the front in a straight up fight. I don't know if I want to take that. I mean, I could do an auto-resolve, and I would definitely besiege them. Because if they come out and fight me, I will win in a field battle, and I'm fine with that outcome. So let's get our movement range from this skill. It looks like this army leveled up last turn. Or this turn, in fact. I really like the public order upgrade, but I'm going to go with the increased range first because it's so important to get that increased range. We're looking at 260 on our best archers now, compared to our best general at 292, compared to the default of, these have shorter range, 237. So do the math yourself, but it's like an extra 60 range that we can get. And I'm not sure, does Bindusara and his army, do they have further to go? They have further to go, actually. So they'll actually end up with maybe like 300 range or something. I don't know. Something stupid. Something insane. I'm here for it. So let's get that increased range here and the increased ammunition here. I think that's a very worthwhile investment right now. And we are investing in our archers here with the additional missile damage. And I may go down, or ammunition, I mean. And I may go down. There is an increased missile damage, right? Usually there is somewhere. 10% shots per minute is pretty good, but that's a long way away. Ah, there it is. Yeah, 15 turns out. That's not, or is that? I don't think that's. I don't think this is additive. So I think it's 6 plus 9 turns plus 15 turns. So that's quite a ways. That's 30 turns out. Okay. Well, we won't worry about that right now. We have 35,000 in the bank with 17,400 coming in per turn. A mule here is at a very mild risk, with a very small garrison against this stack, but I think they might be able to hold out if there are any serious issues. And Octow and Koth, I'm not really worried about at all. I will begin investing in these settlements then. Let's go ahead and take a look here. 1250 wealth from industry is insane. The public order sucks, but one of the benefits of going with a grain pit faction is that we don't lose public order on our farms, so you can really pump out this extra money in your industry buildings that, reduce public order. You wouldn't want to stack, say, cows and a jewelry trade hub together normally. It depends, but normally you might not, because, you're looking at a big negative public order unless you counter that with, a nice city center like a, you know, a coliseum or whatever. But in this case, don't have to worry about the negative PO from the cows since we have grain pits. Go ahead and get this wealth from all sources. Now, for our military reforms, let me check something here. So we need majority culture in Transoxiana and Zvarzum. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. So we need it here and we need it here. We've got the double temple set up here, so that's good. And I think we're already the majority culture. Yeah, we are the majority culture here. We're just not here. It's going to be a long time before we are. We don't need to worry about majority culture in the settlement or the province of Hariva. So that's what I was checking for. Doesn't seem to be a problem. Now, did I build this trading space here? And if so, why? I don't know if I did that. If I did, I'm not sure what I was thinking there. Traveling wrestlers isn't actually terrible. I mean, the -6 food is bad. That's a lot of food. If you had a faction that wasn't using grain pits, this would be great. This gives +6 sanitation to other regions in the province. That Takshahila Academy is really good with the cultural influence as well. It's basically like a temple, but it also gives sanitation to other settlements and good unit replenishment. That's interesting. I'm just checking to see if I actually want to go into this chain at all. I don't feel like I do. This I don't like. Indian Spearmen, Indian Javelinmen. You never get additional, like, real garrison here from these. In fact, you get more from, well, that may, okay. Getting more garrison from the city garrison does make sense. Sure. Well, I could just get plus tax rate. That's kind of cool. It does give you more squalor. Tax rate, huh? I don't think that's gonna be worth, to be honest. It could be worth in somewhere like Parthava. I mean, we've got a +69 public order here, but 21 is characters, actually. 19 is military presence. A lot of it's military presence, sure. But, I mean, I could get rid of this 8 public order per turn, and I could, in fact, replace it with extra tax rate in our most taxable settlement. I mean, 5%, you know, 10% of 20,000 would be 2,000, so 5% would be 1,000 extra money per turn. If you get it up to here, you get +8%. It's good, but then this also brings in 400 wealth from entertainment culture. That's coming from where? From Nisa, which is bringing in quite a bit of money with that. Quite a large portion of their income is actually entertainment, boosted by culture. I need to think about how many culture buildings I have in the Empire in general, how much money they might be generating. If they're generating a decent amount, it could be worthwhile, of course, to go for technologies that increase your income based on culture. But, I mean, I don't think we have that much. We have it in some limited circumstances, and it does bring in good money. You tend to lose some as well, depending. I think... Do these... Oh, for some reason I thought you'd lose out on tax percentage in the province for that, but you don't. I don't know. Some thoughts about the construction. I'm looking at this almost with a new set of eyes, right? I've been looking at the overhead map and just taking note of these armies. We're still well distributed across the Empire. We've got several good, decent enough stacks. I'm not worried about losing anything. Generally, I'm more worried about starving, if anything. And I did decide I wasn't quite ready, not 100% ready to go on the attack here with this force in Hecatompilos. I do spy another cataphract, though, and I think I will go with that. 4 cataphracts in this army is pretty insane. Plus 2 elephants is a pretty mighty cavalry force. Small but elite. 4 axes. These reserves are kind of garbage, and I would like to get rid of them, as are these basic Mauryan spearmen and this Parthian levy. I, of course, am worried about the -11 supply we have in the area, which is hugely reducing our growth. We are negative in all categories, so this is a big problem, and in turn, this will eventually start impacting our economy as well here. So this is bad for us to stay here forever, but this is a real army, you know. It's never really our infantry that's winning these fights for us anyways, though. So provided that we at least have the good archer force and the good elite forces to go around stuff, and we do have a core spearman group here that can be supported with reserves, so it could be worse. I think we can go on the attack with this army eventually, especially provided we get some extra support over here from Mr. Srutasravas. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, and I do apologize. We have a little stack here that's doing nothing. I don't think there's much else to do with this turn. We don't even know most of the factions. We still haven't, like, escaped out to the Mediterranean, something that has to happen on this campaign. This campaign has a while to go yet. I'd like to expand more. I've had a lot of fun with this campaign. I'd like to see the military reforms. I'd really like to get this faction more off the ground than it is right now. I mean, we have the income now, but like we haven't spun that income into something, right? We need to take that income and start, you know, pulling up mad stacks, but we don't really have the war chest to do that, and I'm not really willing to just throw the money in right this moment. Not until Baktria is captured. Just looking at our political situation as well, we could stand to have one more level of influence. Let's get you married. That doesn't do it. That's fine, and we'll let you look at Koth for the turn. Manage them. They're upset for some reason. Maybe because of the enemy. -8 from slaves. Need to stop taking slaves. Is that a problem everywhere? Kind of. I mean, we have such good public order, we're able to deal with that for the most part. Okay, let's go ahead and end this turn. I've been waffling for 12 minutes. Sometimes I could do this preparing stuff before I start the video, but it's just more fun for me to just kind of dive in and pick it apart, understand the puzzle, put the pieces together. I hope it's enjoyable for y'all too. I take things very slow.
Your people are wounded by
No. There's the AI cheating, getting to do a raid with 1 unit. Sad. But they didn't move the army out of Baktria, and that's what matters the most. I would like to go ahead and move in on them, besiege them, and more likely than not, I have a feeling they'll come out and attack me. They're close enough in strength, and if they don't, then we'll just wear them down with a siege. This is a mild concern, but not a whole lot. Any mercs? Another elephant. Well, if I besiege this, they can't recruit it from there. Unfortunately, this army would be able to recruit one. Can I sabotage them? Yeah, there's a good chance of sabotage. Okay, yeah, I'll move you to maybe slow them down. I hope they can't recruit a mercenary elephant right there, but they might be in the same region. Hopefully not. The auto-resolve says we have a great chance. With that in mind, I'll just take the auto-resolve, guys. Ouch, that's a bad remaining force. Am I committed to losing all of this, half of this? No, I'm not. We'll take the attrition this turn. And hopefully next turn, Bindusara can reach. -13 per turn is a bit of an ouch. And why did I have you leaving this level 3 alone? Because I wanted access to the Sogdian Axemen, right? Recruiting, yeah, just a couple of those. I don't even know what they're really for. I think just because I wasn't comfortable with my infantry. These are good flanking units. They have 3 speed. Yeah, they have 3 speed, which is good. They have good melee attack. They have bad melee defense. They have not impressive armor. Low cost, though. Very low cost for what they are. They can be good if you use them in the right place, I think. Definitely going to want the gold here. Gold is very valuable with the repository and very, very valuable for trade. Might be better to spec this settlement, this whole thing out for, I should have moved you south, maybe. No, it delays the end of the war by 4 or 5 turns at most. Do I want to, like, end up speccing this stuff out for industry? I mean, all they have is timber, and I don't think timber's that important. What can I get with siege equipment here? Oh, those are chariot factory. I don't think so. They have access to onagers, though. Indian catapults. I've never actually seen those. Indian bolt thrower. I imagine these just have the same models as... Similar to the Greek ballista. Do they mean... How literally does that mean? The range of 365. Range of 365. So this is using like a Scorpion or I think a Polybolos unit card, but I'm pretty sure this would just be exactly like the big ballistas. I think. I'm not sure if the range is any different. I don't think so. Okay. So losing -13 per turn. I would like to... Where did my influence go? Look at that, dude. I dropped an influence level in 1 turn. So I think the Taxillan families are going out of control. It's possible that because I raised my influence here, the Sarashtan court maybe lost influence and it flowed down to the Taxillan families because of the bug. That is very possible. Okay, let's raise the Taxillan families a little bit if I can. Send that. I really need to be looking at the price for sending people to manage settlements because I've seen it in my Rome campaign I tested. It was like 20,000 for some reason. It was like 25,000. I was spamming it a lot, but it like never went down. So I don't know what was up with that. Oh, and I didn't decide anything for this. What does a mule produce? Nothing? Looks like nothing? Man, I don't know what to do with these guys. Maybe they'll just give me some farms, probably. A little bit more food never hurt anyone. That is an inaccurate statement. Oh man, our population is just tanking. Tank. And I absolutely cannot untax them. I'm very tempted to take Raga. Try to go for Raga. Right? I mean, could this be enough to hold it? What else do they have? I know they had some stuff dicking around down here. For immediate threats. Like Ekbatana is undefended. They move this army up and lose it, let's say. Maybe that leaves Parsa or Hermosia undefended. Any of those two are undefended for anything longer than like 3 turns. I can go bump them on the head and they'll be dealt with. We're also like have a lot less income than we did before. Don't know what's going on. Maybe we had some unseasonal conditions or something. I'm not sure what's going on. We had like 20,000 income per turn. Maybe it's because I moved Bindusara out onto the field here. He can actually get in patrol stance. They can attack me. I don't care. Okay. Let's hold off. Let's hold off for at least one more turn. At least one more turn. What's my recruitment capacity? Like 6? I wish there was an indicator. I miss the quality of life from Warhammer there. This one odd unit, at the very least, is bothering me a lot. I noticed this army also completely lacks javelins. No javelins at all. We should have 3rd class population that we can recruit at least, right? We only have 1,000. Yeah. We're just not growing. We're just not growing. We're really just getting forced into an untenable situation due to supply alone. Gotta be something better I can do with this force, and it's gotta be attack. It's gotta be attack. There's no choice. We're running out of options. Yeah. Okay. I'm talking myself into it. Let's do it. I quick saved the game like 4 times there while I was talking. Okay. Take very few casualties, which makes sense. I don't want to loot. I don't think I want to liberate. I do want to expand. That gives me... Oh, I don't want to go to war with Armenia, though. What's my relationship like with them again? I think it's pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not making treaties with them anyway, so... Okay, that might not be so bad. How powerful are they? Huh. Really? Okay, they're supposedly more powerful than Atropatkin. I don't like that. A tier 3 barracks, huh? I don't have anyone I can recruit here anyways. No. Why are they building these wacky buildings? Alright, so now they're generating 37 supply per turn. That will recover us quite quickly. And now we also control this area over here. They can't move through that. I'm not sure if they can move through that mountain pass. It looks like no. Yeah, they have to go around. So they would have to go all the way around to get to the city. I don't think they're going to. I could be completely wrong about that, but I don't think they will. So we're gonna move right here. Can't fortify, we don't have the movement for it, but we don't need to. And now we're also threatening Ekbatana, which would be a nice target for us. Not one I want to go through for with 23 defenders, but something we can think about for the future. In the meantime, I should have access to more spies now, right? No, I don't. Crap. Okay. It didn't go up in spies or champions. That's sad. Okay. Which one of our provinces does not have a dignitary and could use one? I see. So we got one here for the culture conversion mostly originally, but they don't need it anymore. So what is most profitable? So you have one I know. You have one I know. You have one. The next one is this at 20. Okay, Let's get one in Transoxiana, so that I can start converting culture faster. Anyone that's good at that? Just this. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. At least he has a cool picture. I like that crown. Very badass. My brain is trying to tell me that it's next turn already. It's not. Sad. That's right. Triple temples. I don't want profits. I want to get that military reform if I can. Okay. 4,000. Wow. Wow. Where my money go? Donde está el dinero? Sad. Okay. Oh shit, I still have a bunch of items. Okay. Yeah, you guys level, that makes sense. Get those. You're really a governor. You're not really a commander at all. Okay. Well, it looks like I thought about taking him down that path, or I accidentally picked this skill. Because why did I start going down here? You're not of my family at all. I don't like that I'm using you like this. You are from the Sarashtan court, which is good, but... Oh! Duh. Yeah, he needs to go back. He needs to go back here. Okay. I see what went wrong. Texilin. I don't want any Texilins. I can't deal with them. Who is not deployed, and what are your skills? Politician. You have nothing. Politician. There you go. You're actually spec'd out a little bit for the for running something, for running a town or something. But that's not what I want. I don't want that. I need a commander. So I think it's gonna be Vitashoka, right? It'll be Vitashoka. So the thought is, what am I thinking here? I want to move, I need to move Ashoka back to Hekatompilos, but I don't want to move the army back. I just want to move him back. So I need someone else to take over the army, but I don't want to wait the turn for him to travel because I'm losing 5,000 gold per turn while he's traveling. So I'm trying to like engineer a way around that, which actually, this would probably be the way to do it. You're not a commander either. So you were boosting this too. Okay, so this is why we were losing all of our money. I save some of that. That has issues with the supply though. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Let's raise another like politician type here in Ashoka. No legacy to reinstate, that's fine. Something cheap. Okay, that immediately helps a little bit, and we can do a little shuffle next turn. Can move maybe you. We'll move. I'll figure it out. It's not important. It's not the biggest priority right now. It's not next turn, right? No, it's not next turn. Has this episode all been one turn? Jeez, I still have an edict. Taxes. I think I have taxes running everywhere I really want to run them, to be honest with you. We could do Ardakoana. Ardakoana has some stuff, but it's not really worth it to tax them for the income. Bread and Games is okay. Full stimulation. We could do sell slaves. We have a -8 PO from that. Let's do sell slaves, I guess. I don't know. Don't really care about these edicts at the moment. And this Ashoka, I have 2 of them, one from my family and one from their family. Ashoka Maurya and just Ashoka. Too cool to have a last name. You have something too, and I'm gonna take you further down the governor path here. So plus wealth from industry, not too important, I think. We can also ditch this extra temple, I'm pretty sure. I don't think we need that anymore, and it's losing -8% taxes from the region of Susia, which is not like crazy significant, but it is something. That's something to think about. We'll need to figure out how we want our public order to stabilize over time. And also, these guys are making silk, so they're actually a really valuable trade resource. Let's get rid of that. I'm thinking about Nisa too. What does Nisa make? Horses. I actually, off the top of my head, I don't know how valuable that is. I assume it is greater than 1 value. Exactly 2 values. What else can I give you? I don't want negative cultural conversion. Like, cultural conversion is just always good for this faction, I feel like. Any faction where no one near you is your same culture, it's just nice. It's just nice to convert culture very fast. So that's good. And you'll see here, we're doing 1.9% per turn here with no temples in the region and 3 other non-related religions in the area. So that is, like, crazy good stuff. All right. Finally ending the turn. I managed to get back like 3,000 of the gold we were losing. You saw it updated there and took 500 from me. Bastards. That's fine. That's fine. A little bit of a misplay in my opinion. I should have done something else. I should have recruited another commander the previous turn or something. That army's very annoying. Little tiny raiding force of Baktria. Once we finish off the faction, they'll start to take attrition and just be knocked out. I thought he might do this. I thought he might do this because I took them out of range, and that's why I thought I shouldn't do it. So hopefully we're not about to lose him. They put themselves in a strange position here. I don't think it's a winning position either. Now, if I were the player, if I was playing as Atropatkin right now, I wouldn't attack either... What? No, you can't have my people. Sure, yes, okay. Yeah, of course, attrition, increase in rank from the governor. Let's handle these little odds and ends. Minus empire maintenance is good. More minus empire maintenance is good. Culture is literally always good. Yeah, but just multiple minus empire maintenance is fine. That actually starts making a much bigger deal as you progress through the campaign. So, if I were Atropatkin, if I were Labashi right now, I would not attack either Raga or Hekatompilos. I would actually run past. I don't know if he can. He might be stuck. He might be able to move out like that across. But I actually don't know for sure. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm not gonna worry about that economic issue that I created. That ship has sailed for now. I will garrison Hekatompilos. Now, what that does is if he in fact can move, which I'm not 100% sure either way, I would go attack Satrakarta. That seems like the best move to me. Yeah, we can get Silk Road hubs. Okay. Let's do that. Now, I would like him to attack Raga. Just head on, just do a fight, rush in, attack me. That would be ideal. That is my preference. Don't know if he's going to do that. Probably not. He is also eating our food. Okay, well, it is what it is. I have no new spies. I forgot about my other spy. I need to check how Parsa is, what Parsa has in it, and then I can decide if I want to go after Hamozia. I have enough forces to take it, but I don't want to deal with that and then deal with another big stack right after it. Try to sabotage them. Okay, good. They can't move very much now. Now you, sir. I know we're ending there, the end of our video time here. Yep. I know I said I want to stop taking slaves here, but I can't help it. Alright, so you guys got to handle one more turn of attrition. They'll be fine. They're not in that horrible shape, honestly, and this army's in great shape. I'm sad about how much this is delaying the war effort. We're not even taxing them. They have negative 21. Cultural differences. Yeah. Well, we're working on it. Transoxiana. Okay. Go ahead and start administering the area. 3 more turns till those temples are done. That's fine. What do you guys have in you? That's a crappy army. These are really holding garrison forces more than anything, but I'll have to make do. That's what I'm talking about. Like, we were getting that 20,000 per turn almost. It's just not. It's not as much as it. We don't have a whole lot of military. We have the 2 big stacks, yes, but the stuff that's holding this front line down is really just mostly a holding force. The army I've developed here under Ashoka Maurya is actually like half decent, literally half decent. It's in another turn. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to take care of there, and I really would like to capture Baktria before the end of the episode. That'll really kickstart our progress towards our military reforms, and I'm excited about that. Don't know exactly what the military reforms are going to do. Like, for Rome, they have one of the best military reforms in the game with the Marian legionaries, because those legionaries, their population class changes. Hush. Their population class changes. So, you know, you go from needing second class for your good infantry to third class, which is just an enormous change. I think like Spartans start getting access to their pikes, but they're like first class pikes, so they're not like great for first class pikes, if I recall right. So that's kind of meh, but their like hoplites start getting progressively better, which does matter. Unfortunately, you don't get any like decreased classing of troops. And one notable thing about, say, the Roman legionary reforms, the Marian reforms, is that, man, they're way more expensive. Those legionaries are crazy pricey. Oh, I forgot to build stuff there. Whoops. Some slums have developed. It's going to cost me money to tear them down, and it's going to reduce my public order even more. Rip. I got to stop this influence thing from spiraling. Go ahead and send a couple people out to run some games for me. 2009 cost for that. Yep. Unfortunate, but what can you do? Loyalty from the Taxilin family is only a 1. Not great. And I guess I'm okay with letting the Saracen court people fight for a bit, because I need them to be more influential. Okay, so now we should have a much better chance, and I made a mistake here. I should have been building siege engines this whole time. I could have had like 1 or 2 more siege engines, and that would have raised my chances more and reduced my casualties, so that was a misplay. Build those siege engines, even though you don't need them. Losing an elephant hurts, but you know what? Our economy is not in the best shape. I think this means I'm going to disband all of these elephants. Yeah, I'll just disband them. Maybe all but like 1 of them. This army is basically going to need to return home somewhere and regroup. We'll just occupy. I could have raised the settlement. Do these buildings provide anything to me? Not really. Nothing I care about. Sogdian Javelinmen. Okay. I'm gonna tear down everything. I'm literally going to build nothing but temples to start with. Could just have these guys sit here. Merge these elephants together. Delete this one. Delete this one. Look at that income rise. Yeah. Makes sense. Maybe I'll build like 1 barracks up here. When am I ever gonna recruit from here? Never. Okay, so 2 more missile range. 1 more campaign movement range upgrade. We've already got the range upgrade here, so this is about as much range as we're ever gonna get on this force. They may one day have like I don't know if there's a range household trait. I don't think so. Yeah, and they are at plus, they have 300 range, so they have, what, like almost a third more range than they start with or something. Just a nutty amount. Unfortunately, it is winter, so remember I was saying this would make the war last like 4 or 5 more turns. This is what I mean. So with winter movement, it's going to take a while to get down there. I could drop the baggage train, and that would help a smidge, but I don't want to re-recruit it, retrain it, so not going to worry about it. Just checking that our dignitary is still doing his job there. Still have this force to deal with. I think I'm just going to make them get stuck here if I can. Beautiful. Farming some XP on Gajendra here, who is our best agent, I do believe. And we can't level up the Silent Blade or Master of Whispers to increase our chance of success in all in all actions. But I can do other stuff. I can't remember, was that poison? Was it a cunning or a zeal? I think it was a cunning attack. So let's upgrade the cunning a little bit. This is a +1 cunning, +1 zeal. So is the mistress, but we can't put her on both. I'm pretty sure zeal is what you use for assassinations. This gives me +2 right away. Beautiful. Did that change his profile picture a little? I just thought I saw him twitch there. I don't know. I didn't see it very closely. Okay, and then Blight gives us +2 zeal eventually. This gives us more cunning. Let's have him be kind of balanced. We'll give him the +1 zeal here. So that should kind of give him a little more zeal. Better executions. He can do better assassinations. Not going to worry about that +3 granary just yet. Happiness is okay in this area. I could go for maybe industry. I was thinking about that before, right? Maybe I can spec this, area out for more industry versus more agriculture. It's possible, but I'm just gonna go with more food for now. We'll need it. And you can transition stuff, of course. Now, it's not as cost efficient, but eventually you get to a point where it just doesn't matter that much. Yeah, okay, so they got that force over there. They got 25 defenders here, +3 boats, so 28 defenders, plus some ballistas, which does count in the auto-resolve a little bit. And then 11 ships also. The 11 ships are a little concerning. I mean, they could build a few more and then come try to take Maurya. I don't think they would succeed, but they could. Making 11,000 per turn. This army is basically dead in the water. They're so far away from any action. I've also utilized first class population here. These guys are costing me 234 per turn, and we're not going to do anything with this force for some significant amount of time. I don't know how long, but not an insignificant amount of time. I think I need to remove stuff from this army that's not really being used and save myself the money on it. We can recruit other stuff down here where the war is more in full swing. You guys only have 175 range. We have 28,000 second class to draw from here. We are gaining 1,000 second class citizens per turn over here. We have become perhaps a little bit lopsided. So let's start recruiting some second class in earnest. Now, for this enemy, well, they do have a not insignificant amount of armor. And I guess this episode's running a little long, guys. 30 armor. 15 here. I mean, but a lot of their units we've seen, they have these armies that are comprised of these like elite apple bearers and elite axemen. Now, the Axemen have a lot of melee AP damage, but only 9 attack and 10 defense. So really, these guys are spec'd out to be anti-armor units, and these are kind of like, I guess they're anti-heavy cav. They have very, very low melee attack. Just a little bit of AP damage, 24 weapon damage. It's like, you really need to compare this stuff to kind of understand it. I mean, really, they're going to be line holders. At the end of the day, they're going to hold the line. They're going to hold the line better than my spearmen would, but I'm better at the game than the AI is, so they're not going to use that like they should for the most part, so we don't have to worry about them as line holders. Then you get these elite archers with 11 attack and 19 defense. That's not bad. Not bad. Decent weapon damage. 30 armor, great morale, 3 speed, 10 ammunition. These have like 18 ammunition. So they have a below normal amount of ammunition because they're a hybrid. But basically they're archers that I can't attack with cavalry, which sucks. But they don't usually bring many. So I think in a way, like bringing a stack of mixed swordsmen and spearmen is just decent. They're gonna hold the line okay. They have enough defense, I think, to deal with the AP from the axemen, but I think the axemen will eventually tear them apart if they get good angles. If they hit them from the front long enough, they'll tear them apart. But they shouldn't be unsupported. If they're supported by the swordsmen, I think the swordsmen in general, and I think I've noticed this from the campaign so far, the swordsmen seem to trade fairly well with them. And of course, the swordsmen and spearmen, neither of those are the true cores of our army. The cores of our army are missiles. Missiles and elephants. Those are the two big things that we use to win. So all we need to do is just survive their infantry. Their cavalry, I mean, they bring like a few, but they bring like a lot of trash. What I would consider trash. I mean, these are not terrible cavalry, but they're not like amazing cavalry. Just looking at it, 813 melee attack defense, 23 armor, 39 morale isn't great for what they are. I mean, they have these Iranian cataracts, but they're just not like there's not enough of them, right? So I'm not usually too worried about their cavalry, especially with the formations I use these days. I'm just not worried about them. I do like to have like 8 archers. There's our like 8 archers. We're doing 6 and 6 for infantry. Am I sure that's enough? The answer is no. I could do with like 8 of each. I've done 7-7 in the past. Do 8-8. Then I'd like elephants. In 3 turns from now, we will have access to better elephants. And I would like to use those. So we'll wait on the elephants. I'd like at least 4 units of elephants. And besides that, that takes me like 35 units. Gonna need a baggage train for the region. Otherwise we'll take attrition in the summer. And that leaves me with 9 slots. Kind of thinking about like some missile cav. 43 morale, 80 range. The range will be made a lot better over time. I just don't really know that I want lancers or anything. I could do like 2 different wings, 3-3 maybe. That'd give me like 6. Then I would only have like 3 elephants, right? I could do a wing of 3 javelins and 2 heavy horsemen. And then I need to think about, what do I want my general here? What do I want the commander to have? Who is decent? I think it's Vitashoka. I think he's my next in line for command here. Bidusar is getting up there. He's 59. He's going to kick the bucket eventually. Vitashoka from the Mauryan dynasty. So do I want to give him elephants? I'm kind of thinking about the Mauryan bodyguard cavalry. Yeah, we don't usually mess with these, but maybe we can try them. 14 and 9. I mean, these aren't great stats. Melee AP damage, 9. Okay, they have decent AP. 38 armor is good. They have a bit of missiles. They have 6 ammunition. So they're Jav Cav. What do these have in terms of ammo? 10? So they don't have a lot of ammunition. Makes me think of the like Alexandrian cavalry then, the late Macedonian cavalry that has the javelins, but they're kind of more like heavy cavalry at the end of the day. Okay. I think that veers me towards more Jav-Cav. I would like Jav-Cav that's more, that can do a little more melee is the thing. Based on what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like they're going to be competent at that. I don't really have just normal melee cav. I do like to have those that can just kind of stick it out in a fight. Lancers are like glass cannons because they have the great charge, but they don't have any melee defense. This has 5 melee defense. 45 armor, like fantastic armor. They're better armored than my general. But then you put them up against, say, a melee cavalry unit that's just a little better at sticking it out, that has higher AP damage, and it's going to be a really bad time. Like, look at these Iranian cataphracts, right? They have 47 armor. They also have 12 AP damage. And they have 9 melee defense. So, not only can they charge well with a charge bonus, where's the charge bonus? Charge bonus of 61 versus these Iranian or Persian cavalry's charge bonus of 54. And these have better weapon damage, though. So they'd be better against unarmored targets. So these are kind of maybe intended to deal with like light to medium infantry. They're just not, I don't know, they're not what I need. So if they're not what I need, I'd rather my cavalry not be making melee contact at all. Right? That makes sense to me. We'll get 5 of them because the general will be the 6th unit in the formation, and I want my formation numbers to be even because it makes the unit grouping better. And it'll drive me nuts when they're not correct. This army, I don't know what the hell to do for them. We could replace some of their crap infantry with some more mercenaries, and I do think that's worth my time. Let's replace these Persian levies first and foremost. They're, I think, the worst units we have in the army. We'll replace these slowly with Persian hired archers. I mean, this army still isn't good, but it's slowly becoming kind of like usable. I could use this to take a town or something like that. You could do that with a crap army of levies that's huge like this too, but it would make me feel bad. It'd make me upset, right? And you wouldn't want me to be upset. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. I think that's it for this video though, guys. I got some more to think about here. Ooh, I'm glad we spotted that. Thank you, Eyes of the King. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna go try to record another episode at least today so we can upload that and have get a little bit of a buffer going. I'll see you guys on the next one, and take it easy. All right, bye.